Lauren Schaller here, and this is my BristleBot. I started out building the basic bot and adding all the pieces, as you can see here, adding the googly eyes, and then I got a successful moving bot. I started out my process by asking questions given to us. How could I make modifications? I did some research on the videos. Constraints are time, materials, and the size of the device. Then I imagined some possible modifications, carrying more weight, adding features, made some brainstorming sketches. Then I evaluated my brainstorming and I selected carry more weight. And I modified my plan. How could I make the device more weight-bearing, expand outward, attach things to the pipe cleaners, and as long as it could carry some weight and do it well, it would be successful. I gathered some materials. I started making a prototype. I began with adding clothespins to the ends, but it wasn't very successful. The device didn't really move very well. So I came up with some other ideas. I added some paper clips, and that worked pretty well. And then I had to add some electrical tape to help the wire stay on better. And then I began adding more paper clips to see how much more I could add. And then I increased the size of the platform of the device for which things could be attached. So then I made some improvements to this. I basically started adding more and more pipe cleaners, and kept working with that center of gravity, and I measured how far out I could go and made sure it was symmetrical. I added paper clips to increase the weight that it was holding, and that's pretty much what I ended up with. And I kept measuring the sides so I could find, there we go, to see how far it would go out. And I was able to add more paper clips, and I was able to get a modest amount of movement, so not great movement, but it kind of could have used more modification. But I considered that to be a success. And then the original device was 5 grams. It was able to hold an additional 5 grams. So this is my analysis of the original activity and the redesign. As you can see, the redesign had a lot more science and engineering involved. I was asking more questions. The investigations I carried out were my own. Initially, on the left here, we can see that some technology was used. Some mathematical precision was needed just to build the device. But because I was making more decisions, I was analyzing and deciding my own outcomes. The redesign had a lot more STEM integration involved. And then finally, here is the specifications checklist. As you can see, the redesign scored much higher. The original had some merit to it, and it kind of just depends on what kind of person you are and what questions you're willing to ask. But I think students would relate more to the redesign because they like making things more interesting and engaging. So that was the whole point of the activity. There were definitely tons of possibilities, much more than I can cover in this video. So yeah, these definitely had a lot more yeses. And I was deciding what my own success would look like. And these are my references. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you.